Hello, people. Today is a great day. It's video number 2 from yours truly, Mr. Harland. Today, look at this fancy map, everyone. It was a nice gift. Not really, I found it in my backyard. Cool, isn't it? I know it's too cool for your eyes to behold. But today is a very great day. Today we will talk about a guy who was probably not only an outlaw but also maybe a law enforcement officer as well. Wild Bill Hickok, or by his real birth name, James Butler Hickok, from Homer, Illinois. Alright. Where's my Crown Vic? My Crown Vic. There you are. My favorite car. Come to me, come to Papa. Come to Papa. Yes. Someday I'll have video intros, but for right now... There you go. That's a video intro I could think of. I don't really have too much ideas of video intros in general. So, yeah. That was your video intro for today. Ooh. Me sounding like an owl. So, there you go. Shh. We don't need no siren. It's quiet time. No siren. No need for one. Do you hear that, everyone? It's the sound of silence. Silence, everyone. Do not worry. I won't get hit by anyone. There's not anyone on the roads. Everyone's inside, hiding. I don't know from who. I don't know from what. But I will find out. And I will get them. But let us enjoy this nice scenery. Hey, you're over the limit, you jerk. Let us enjoy this quietness. As today, we will talk about Wyatt Earp, as you have nice... Fuck you! Dick. Here, let's enjoy some gas station sounds. Here. Let us enjoy the sounds. We're not here. Take that $50 and shove it up your butt, you must. You know what? I'm headed to another area. Everyone in the car, get out, take off your shoes. We're going to enjoy nature. I didn't see him. He hit me. Oh my god, my bumper! Well, yeah, all today we're going to talk about Wild Bill Hickok, but we need some nice quietness. We need to find nature. So, needless to say, because what we're talking about, the man whose real name is James Butler Hickok, he was born on May 27th, 1837. This area will do just fine. Listen to the sound of nature as I tell you about Wild Bill Hickok. He was better known as a folk hero of the American Old West, known for his life as the frontier as a soldier, scout, lawman, gambler, showman, and actor, and for his involvement in many famous gunfights. He earned a great deal of notoriety in his own time. Much of it is bolstered by the many outlandish and often fabricated tales he told about himself. Some contemporaneous reports of his exploits are known to be fictitious, but they remain the basis of much of his fame and reputation. His other names, he had other names, I wonder what they were. They were James B. Hickok, J.B. Hickok, Shanghai Bill, William Hickok, and William Haycock. Wow. His occupations were as follows: a farmer, drover, lawman, soldier, scout, and an actor. Hickok was born and raised on a farm in northern Illinois at a time when lawlessness and vigilante activity were rampant. Because of the influence of the banditti of the prairie, drawn to the ruffian lifestyle, he headed west at age 18 as a fugitive from justice, working as a stagecoach driver and later as a lawman in the frontier territories of Kansas and Nebraska. He fought and spied for the Union Army during the American Civil War and gained publicity after the war as a scout, marksman, actor, and professional gambler. He was involved in several notable shootouts during the course of his life. Listen to the sound of nature, everyone. It's beautiful. I don't know where this area is, but it sounds beautiful. I wonder if it is in the U.S., wherever Seacrest is. I'm going to assume that's Washington, but fear not, people. Officer Harland is here to help. Not really. Whoever that dude is in the vehicle. Just rely on him. He looks nice. Very nice. But he has no weapons. He uses his fists instead. Sadly, the Seacrest County Police Department is so poor they can't even afford to give their own police officers guns. That's very sad indeed. They just have to rely on them pointing at you, the criminal, to make them drop their guns. Oh, I'll do something. I'll point at you. Yes, I'll point at you. Ooh, you drop that gun. But Hickok didn't do that stuff. Well, he would shoot you, because he knows what the hell he's doing, and their police department, wherever he worked for, they were able to afford to arm their officers instead of pointing at them going, I'll point at you, I have the finger of power, I'll point and poke you until you drop your weapon. It's the finger poke of doom, you can't avoid that. His early career, in 1857, Hickok claimed an 160-acre tract in Johnson County, Kansas, near present-day Lenexa, on March 22, 1858. He was elected one of the first 4 constables of Monticello Township in 1859. He joined the Russell Majors Waddell Freight Company, the parent company of the Pony Express. In 1860, Hickok was badly injured, possibly by a bear, while driving a freight team from Independence to Missouri to Santa Fe, New Mexico. According to Hickok's account, he found the road blocked by a cinnamon bear. Ooh, I wonder if he tastes good. Does he provide cinnamon for sweets? Does he provide cinnamon buns? Oh, I hope that bear does. No, not really. And its 2 cubs. Dismounting, he approached the bear and fired a shot in its head, but the bullet ricocheted off its skull, infuriating the bear, crushing Hickok with its body. Hickok managed to fire another shot, wounding the bear's paw. The bear then grabbed his arm in its mouth, but Hickok was able to grab his knife and slash its throat, killing it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume these woods or wherever this area is haunted, so... Yeah, that's weird. Hickok was severely injured with a crushed chest, shoulder, and arm. He was bedridden for 4 months before being sent to Rock Creek Station in the Nebraska Territory to work as a stable hand while he recovered. There, the freight company had built a stagecoach stop along the Oregon Trail near Fairbury, Nebraska, on land purchased from David McCannels. On July 12, 1861, David McCannels went to the Rock Creek Station to demand an overdue property payment from Horace Whaleman, the station manager. McCannels reportedly threatened Wellman, and either Wellman or Hickok, who was hiding behind a curtain, killed McCannels. Hickok, Wellman, and another employee, J.W. Brink, were tried for killing McCannels, but were found to have acted in self-defense. McCannels may have been the first man Hickok killed. Hickok subsequently visited McCannels' widow, apologized for the killing, and offered her $35 in restitution. All the money he had with him at the time. After the Civil War broke out in April 61, Hickok became a teamster. Oh God, a teamster for the Union Army in Sedalia, Missouri by the end of 1861. He was a wagon master, but in September 1862, he was just discharged for unknown reasons. He then joined General James Henry Lane's Kansas Brigade. While serving with the brigade, he saw his friend Buffalo Bill Cody, who was serving as a scout. In 1863, Hickok worked for the Provost Marshal of Southwest Missouri as a member of the Springfield Detective Police. His work included identifying and counting the number of troops in uniform who were drinking while on duty, verifying hotel liquor license, and tracking down individuals who owed money to the cash-strapped Union Army. Buffalo Bill claimed that he encountered Hickok disguised as a Confederate officer in Missouri in 1864. Wow, how bizarre. Hickok had not been paid for some time and was hired as a scout by General John B. Sanborn by early 1865. In June, Hickok mustered out and went to Springfield, where he gambled in 1883. History of Greene County, Missouri, describing him as by nature a ruffian, a drunken, swaggering fellow who delighted when on a spree to frighten nervous men and timid women. Lawman and scout. While in Springfield, Hickok and local gambler named Davis Tutt had several disagreements over unpaid gambling debts and their mutual affection for the same woman. Hickok lost a gold watch to Tutt in a poker game. The watch had great sentimental value to Hickok. He asked Tutt not to wear it in public, then intentionally agreed not to fight over the watch. But when Hickok saw Tutt wearing it, he warned him to stay away. On July 21st, 1865, the two men faced off in Springfield's town square, standing sideways before drawing and firing their weapons. The quick draw duel was recorded as the first of its kind. Tutt's shot missed, but Hickok struck Tutt through the heart from about 75 yards. Tutt called out, "Boys, I'm killed," before he collapsed and died. 2 days later, Hickok was arrested for murder. The charge was later reduced to manslaughter. He was released on $2,000 bail and stood trial on August 3rd, 1865. At the end of the trial, Judge Sempronius H. Boyd told the jury he could not find Hickok acted in self-defense if he could have reasonably avoided the fight. If they felt the threat of danger was real and imminent, he instructed they could apply the unwritten law of the fair fight and acquit. The jury voted to clear Hickok, resulting in public backlash and criticism of the verdict. deputy U.S. Marshal in Kansas. In September 1865, Hickok came in second in the election for City Marshal of Springfield, leaving Springfield. He was recommended for the position of Deputy Field Marshal at Fort Riley, Kansas. This was during the Indian Wars, in which Hickok sometimes served as a scout for General George A. Custer's 7th Cavalry. His later life: in 1873, Buffalo Bill Cody and Texas Jack Omohundro invited Hickok to join their troupe after their earlier success. Jesus. After this, I'll have to massage my face because I'm doing so much talking. But these videos are fun to make, after all. And listen to the nature sound. It's beautiful, isn't it? Hickok did not enjoy acting and often hid behind scenery. In one show, he shot the spotlight when it focused on him. He was released from the group after a few months. Eye trouble. Yeah, unfortunately, this man had eye trouble as well. In 1876, Hickok was diagnosed by a doctor in Kansas City, Missouri, with glaucoma and ophthalmia. Although he was just 39, his marksmanship and health were apparently in decline, and he had been arrested several times for vagrancy. Despite earning a good income from gambling and displays of showmanship only a few years earlier. From 1871 until his death in 1876, Hickok had vision problems. A former cavalryman, J.W. Doc Howard, who had known Hickok, stated that Hickok had left Buffalo Bill's Wild West exhibition because the lights affected his eyes, so he had to give it up. Charles Snyder, the Lucien Howe Librarian of Ophthalmology at Harvard Medical School, said granular conjunctiveness, ophthalmia, trachoma, call it what you want, was quite common on the western frontier. Jesse James suffered from it as well. On March 5th, 1876, oh, listen to the beautiful nature sounds. It's amazing. Hickok married Agnes Thatcher Lake, a 50-year-old circus profiteer in Cheyenne, Wyoming territory. Hickok left his new bride for a few months later, joining Charlie Utter's wagon train to seek fortune in the gold fields of South Dakota. Shortly before Hickok's death, he wrote a letter to his new wife, which read in part, "Agnes, darling, if such should be we never meet again, while firing my last shot, I will gently breathe the name of my wife, Agnes. And with wishes even for my enemies, I will make the plunge and try to swim to the other shore." Martha Jane Cannery, known popularly as Calamity Jane, claimed in her autobiography that she was married to Hickok and had divorced him so he could be free to marry Agnes Lake, but no records have been found that support her account. The two possibly met for the first time after Jane was released from the guardhouse in Fort Laramie and joined the wagon train in Hickok was traveling in at the time. The wagon train arrived in Deadwood in July 1876. Jane confirmed this account in an 1896 newspaper interview, although she claimed she had been hospitalized with illness rather than in the guardhouse. And like the other dude I talked about in another video, everything comes to an end at some point. On August 1st, 1876, Hickok was playing poker at the Nuttall and Main Saloon in number 10 in Deadwood, Dakota territory. When a seat opened up at the table, a drunk man named Jack McCall sat down to play. McCall lost heavily. Hickok encouraged McCall to quit the game until he could cover his losses and offered to give him money for breakfast. Although McCall accepted the money, he was apparently insulted. The next day, Hickok was playing poker again. He usually sat with his back to a wall so he could see the entrance, but the only seat available when he joined the game was a chair facing away from the door. He twice asked another man at the table, Charles Rick, to change seats with him, but Rick refused. Rich. I think it's Rick, but I don't know. McCall then entered the saloon, walked up behind Hickok, drew his Colt model 1873 single-action Army .45 caliber revolver and shouted, "Damn you, take that," before shooting Hickok in the back of the head at point-blank range. Hickok died instantly. The bullet emerged through his right cheek and struck another player, riverboat captain William Massey, in the left wrist. Hickok may have told his friend Charlie Utter and others who were traveling with him that he would be killed while in Deadwood. And he did. Hickok was playing 5-card stud or 5-card draw when he was shot. He was playing 2 pairs, black aces and black eights, although there is some dispute as to the suit of one of the aces, diamond versus spade. As his up cards, which has since become widely known as the dead man's hand, the identity of the 5th card as hole card is also the subject of debate. Charlie Utter, Hickok's friend and companion, claimed Hickok's body and placed a notice in the local newspaper, the Black Hills Pioneer, which read, "Died in Deadwood, Black Hills, August 2nd, 1876, from the effects of a pistol shot. J.B. Hickok, Wild Bill, formerly of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Funeral services will be held at Charlie Utter's camp on Thursday afternoon, August 3rd, 1876, at 3:00 p.m. All are respectfully invited to attend." Almost the entire town attended the funeral, and Utter had Hickok buried with a wooden grave marker reading, "Wild J.B. Hickok, killed by the assassin Jack McCall in Deadwood, Black Hills, August 2nd, 1876. Pard, we will meet again, the happy hunting ground to part no more. Goodbye, Colorado, Charlie C.H. Utter." Though Hickok was known to have shot fatally 6 men and is suspected of having killed a 7th, McCannels, despite his reputation, Hickok was buried in the Ingleside Cemetery, Deadwood's original graveyard. This cemetery filled quickly, and in 1879, on the 3rd anniversary of Hickok's original burial, Utter paid to move Hickok's remains to the new Mount Moriah Cemetery. At the time of his death, Hickok was wearing a Smith & Wesson Model 2 Army revolver, a 5-shot single-action, a .32 caliber weapon, innovative as one of the first metallic cartridge firearms and favored by many Union officers during the Civil War. Bonham's Auction Company offered this pistol at auction on November 18, 2013 in San Francisco, California, described as Hickok Smith & Wesson No. 2, serial number 29963, a .32 rimfire with a 6-inch barrel, blued finish, and varnished rosewood grips. The gun did not sell because the highest bid of $220,000 was less than the reserve set by the gun's owners. Hickok has remained one of the most popular and iconic figures of the Old West and is still frequently depicted in popular culture, including literature, film, and television. He's been featured in a number of movies, books, and film and television. Although there's too many to go over, but yeah. Needless to say, like Wyatt Earp, this lawman will be remembered as well, and he was mentioned in the Ghost Adventures TV show as, I guess they were going to look around and see if they could find his spirit, or something. I don't know what they do. But they do something. I don't know what. Seriously, I don't know what they actually do. Besides going, "Oh my god, did you hear that?" Bruh, I definitely heard that. That was scary. And that can get boring pretty quickly. So, that does it for today's video. I hope you liked today's video. Be sure to feel free to like and subscribe. And as one YouTuber said, we will do this very soon again, my friends, next Monday. Ooh, but I know it's gonna be sad. You're gonna miss Mr. Harland, but I'll be back next Monday. 2 more videos. Ooh, 2 new ones. But the Blues may have been eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs, but we still have Pat Maroon with the Tampa Bay Lightning to look forward to. Let's see if he can't get a 4th Stanley Cup, because he got his first one with the Blues, and then 2 with Tampa Bay. Let's see if he can't do it, because I think he can. And, yeah, I can't think. Maybe because it's cloudy outside my home, but the nature sounds are clouding my brain. Beautiful nature. Ah. And let's go Pat Maroon and Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's see if they can't get another Stanley Cup this year. Power! Unlimited power! See, that's a goal siren right there. Let's go on a midnight cruise, shall we? I thank you today for watching today's video and another one. Well, and the other one. I'm looking forward to seeing you next Monday with 2 brand new videos. All I have to say is, let's go Blues next October. And Tampa Bay will, well, let's go Blues this coming October as the season restarts. But we'll never know what happens. Maybe the Blues will win the Cup next year, but we'll never know. It's always a good thing to wait and see, as I always say. As good things come to those who wait. But for now, let's go Tampa Bay, and let's enjoy this nice cruise. In a Crown Victoria, with Mr. Harland as your driver. God bless the old St. Louis Arena, and may the 3 indicted men of the St. Louis Board of Aldermen go to hell, because you have disgraced the people, you have betrayed their trust, and may you see prison sentences for your crimes against the people. Such a bad thing happened, and I saw that in the news. But let's enjoy this cruise, and enjoy nature, everyone. People of Missouri, let's enjoy this cruise, and this beautiful organ music. Ah. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba da ba da ba 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 ba. Ah.
Check out this verb. Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong.
That wasn't me. That was I forgot. There's another man in this vehicle with me, and I believe that was Kermit the Frog. Because, yeah, I have a hitchhiker. It's Kermit the Frog. Say hi, Kermit. Hello, everyone. I got arrested by Mr. Harland. I don't know why. He's a terrible police officer. Don't employ him. He's very terrible. And I don't know who Seacrest County is, but they should fire him and take his car away. But other than that, thank you, Kermit. Now get out of the vehicle. You're invisible. Okay, you stink. Oh, what a jerk. But anyways, goodbye, everyone. See you next Monday. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. See you next Monday. And see you for the 2 short videos on Friday. Goodbye.